Virginia Tech brings in Elizabeth Kitley, who's looking to three-peat as the ACC Player of the Year, and she has never won at Louisville.
She's 6'6", and she can score around the bucket. Her numbers are actually better in ACC play, around 24 points a game. She has good footwork on the inside. When she goes over that right shoulder with her footwork, the combination of the two is almost unguardable. When she catches the ball deep and she works hard to get deep possession, 2 feet in the paint is going to be 2 points for Virginia Tech. And then the fadeaway. When you go one-on-one, she can put it on the bounce, she can separate with her footwork, and she is tough around 10 feet. Her range has improved, and she continues to be a threat and the go-to target on the inside.
She's coming off a season-high 34 points. Meanwhile, for Louisville, their leading scorer, it's a veteran in Kiki Jefferson.
This is a really unique Louisville team for Jeff Walz, who's had more success in the ACC in the last 10 years than any other team. They're balanced. They can score. They've got 5 1,000-point scorers, and Kiki Jefferson leads this team in scoring right now, but on any given night, there could be a handful of players that can put the ball in the basket for Louisville.
The towels are waving inside the Yum Center. We're set for a top 20 showdown. High up off the window, Sydney Taylor misses, and this is going to be Virginia Tech basketball. You talk about Liz Kitley, but you can't talk about her without mentioning Georgia Amoore. They are a dynamic duo, not just in the ACC, but in the nation.
And then there's Virginia Tech. Plan A is Kitley, plan B is Georgia Amoore. And Kitley is going to play in the crowd.
Louisville Cardinals, we mentioned Kiki Jefferson. Nina Rickards was actually their leading scorer in their last game. It was a gritty one against Boston College. Didn't have their best game, but they pulled it out and won. And Louisville sitting now at 10-3 in the ACC. Nyla Harris cutting to the basket. And this will stay with Louisville.
One of the top shot blockers. If you over-penetrate at the rim, Kitley has the ability to block shots.
Nina Rickards, the transfer from Florida, picking up where she left off in their last game.
I tell you what, it's a red house in here. It is a packed place. Louisville always draws well.
Amoore to Kitley, going to the basket. And draws the foul. Size advantage going towards Virginia Tech's way, and Olivia Cochran's going to be so important for Louisville down low to compete with Elizabeth Kitley. So she has 1 foul. Jefferson will push for the Cards. With Kenny Brooks getting his team to their very first Final Four. Quick shout out to one of his girls, Kendall. She's turning 26 today. Today's her 26th birthday, but it's been incredible what he's done with this program, and he treats it like his family too.
Yeah, he is a remarkable coach, family first. He's done a tremendous job building Virginia Tech. Cassell Coliseum is becoming one of the tougher places to go on the road in the ACC because they've been packing the place. And what's this, game day's going now?
Yes, officially.
Wow.
College game day, the next stop will be at Virginia Tech.
That's fantastic for Kenny Brooks for what he's been able to build. With Kitley and Amoore and Cayla King, the 3 core pieces of this program.
Amoore sets things up. Coach Brooks told us she would be so important to help identify this Louisville defense, how to work through it today using her basketball brain as she goes inside to Kitley. Rickards trying to get past Amoore.
You'll watch Virginia Tech's defense go under a lot of ball screening action because this is not a 3-point shooting team. The numbers don't favor Louisville in that way, nor do the percentages, but they're a very good driving team, very good getting to the rim.
No, they only shoot 32% from 3, and Kitley cooking. That's going to be a blocking foul on Cayla King. Jeff Walz, incredible what he's done, considering what he lost. Only 3 returners returned 2 starters. Louisville's last Final Four coming in 2022.
See, now, Kitley won't get a block for that, but her presence made Curry pull up quicker, and you've got to be able to pull up and score with 2 feet in the paint without over-penetrating against the shot blocker.
Yeah, she's constantly making opponents alter their shot. In the corner, missed by Matilda Ekh. Virginia Tech gets another chance.
This is with a big lineup for Virginia Tech with Strack on the court.
Little roll reversal. Kitley dropping a dime to Amoore. Jada Curry back up top to Jefferson. Through a double team. Coming off 14 points against Boston College. Jefferson Winslow with the miss.
Yeah, I think Marissa Russell got a piece of that.
Here goes Russell. Nyla Harris, get yourself a highlight.
Oh, what a spin move inside.
She's averaging about 6 more points per game than she did last year as a freshman. She told us she's feeling confident.
Yeah, if you're going to sit on the top side of Elizabeth Kitley in that set, you're not going to be able to get any backside help.
Curry a bit out of control, but somehow...
That's what I'm talking about, under control, with balance.
First foul against Jada Curry of Louisville.
NC State today wins in overtime at home against Georgia Tech. You see a lot of close scores right now. South Carolina trailing Georgia in the third quarter at home.
They trailed at the half.
It's that time of year, Courtney, right?
Best time.
It's the best time if you're a fan because the grind is for real with the players and the teams. And any night, anything can happen right now as we move closer to March.
It's the beauty of basketball. Curry took a second there to catch her breath. Transfer from Cal, misses the first. Well, this week's Big Monday doubleheader. 10th ranked Iowa State meeting up with number 3 Houston. They've had some great crowds at Cassell for the men and women this season. Tough place to play. Carly Winslow with the reverse lay-in.
They're going to need more balance than that.
Olivia Cochran wanted the foul call, did not get it.
They're missing some shots at the rim. Louisville 3 for 7 on layups.
Sumiel, corner pocket, called it.
That should loosen some things around Strack inside.
First 3 by Tech. They're 1 for 6. Up and in. Jada Curry looks to be okay. Jada Curry's already taking a beating in this first 10 minutes of this game, but not playing like it. Spent 2 seasons at Cal, was 2-time All-Pac-12. And now
Kitley back in for an offensive possession.
Now she does have that 1 foul, but she hasn't missed a shot. Into the corner, wide open. It's a miss. Sumiel tried to get it. Cayla King coming out with it. Amoore for 2 at the elbow. Swish! 2 looks thanks to the hustle from Virginia Tech.
It hasn't been pretty for Virginia Tech. It's been gritty, a little grimy. It's been a little dirty, but it has worked. They've been terrific at making shots. So she has had a phenomenal collegiate career as a back-to-back ACC Player of the Year.
Looking to make it 3 in a row.
It's only happened 2 other times. Elena Beard, who's on that graphic with Barbara Kennedy.
And Alyssa Thomas.
That's right.
Courtney Lau and Debbie Antonelli with you from Louisville. And Matilda Ekh holding the follow-through. Second 3-pointer that Virginia Tech's hit today.
How about that behind-the-back swing by Georgia Amoore? Keep in mind, Virginia Tech going under all ball screen action.
Nina Ricard's off the rim, and Virginia Tech keeps its largest lead here at 10.
Sumiel does a really good job on that switch and contests at the rim without fouling.
Ekh feeling it. And Jeff Walls is going to call timeout. 2 straight from Matilda Ekh from behind the arc. Well, Jeff Walz called an early timeout in the second quarter after 2 3-pointers made by Virginia Tech. Well, Virginia Tech has brought their offense on the road. They are shooting 56% from the field. Georgia Amoore hits the 4th 3-pointer.
One of the top point guards in the country uses the bounce to separate from the defense.
Georgia Amoore and Elizabeth Kitley, you'll hear those two names a lot for Virginia Tech. They each have 9 points to start this game. Nina Ricards.
That's the balance of this terrific offense for Kenny Brooks, the head coach.
Amoore going to her favorite target, Elizabeth Kitley.
She's the only one with that size that can do all those things.
Ricards rattles out, and now Elizabeth Kitley with that last bucket on the other end. She is in sole possession of 3rd in ACC career points.
Watch Elizabeth Kitley right here. She gets positioned inside, and she does a great job of holding her seal. Now watch as the play goes away. They clear it out. There's no help. She catches so quick to make that move.
The Kitley special, right? The little fade away. She's so good at it.
Over that right shoulder, which is really challenging.
Look at this duo. They've combined for 40.4 points per game. That's the 5th best duo in the nation. And Georgia Amoore has assisted Kitley more times than any other duo in the nation.
Good defense by Cochran inside.
Kiki Jefferson, Louisville's leading scorer. They needed that.
I'd say that's a weight room bucket right there. She kept her shoulders square to the backboard so she could handle any contact to finish.
She's got 7. Louisville fans wanted a travel by Amoore. Georgia lets it fly. Crushed it.
The crowd was picking up, and Amoore puts the silencer on them. She makes everybody else's job easier. She is a tremendous point guard who I say sees the 3 W's.
Kenny Brooks has talked about how smart this group is, and the head of the snake, Georgia Amoore. Matilda Ekh, she's just taking what she wants.
The other thing he told us is that Ekh is more than a 3-point shooter. That time, straight line drive down the lane line.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they'll take her 2 threes that she hit already.
Exactly.
Ricards misses. Nyla Harris.
Starting with Georgia Amoore, you got to have great leadership and a voice on the top of the floor. You got to have the handles to control the ground. 3-level scoring from the 3 to the free throw line to the rim, and then you have to make your teammates better. And then defense is a part of the equation as well, because usually the point guard sets the tone on the top of the floor. Georgia Amoore checks every box.
Did it pain you to put defense on there?
A little,
you okay?
Just a little. I could have added a few more offensive things there. Yeah, this is a really good guard league, and it always has been, and that's what has allowed this league to have success in the postseason, because once you get to the postseason, possession shrink, the court shrinks, and you got to have guards that can make plays.
Kitley working away from the basket, no problem. I'm up to 13.
I'm telling you, this is where at 6'6" she's improved so much. Her ability to work off of any screening action that Kenny Brooks wants to put her in.
They will move her all over the floor. That's how she had so much success against Duke. Carly Winslow running things with Georgia Amoore getting a breather on the sideline.
She won't be over there for long. I mean, too easy.
And that is not an easy shot.
Too good.
4 seconds for the Cards. And Nyla Harris. This woman has worked on her game so much.
I think she's a true testament to those that stay, work, get better, show some mental toughness, come out and get rewarded for it. Nyla Harris would be that player for Jeff Walz.
She's averaging 6 more points per game than she did last season. Cayla King.
Jeff Walz going to the horn set right here.
And they get Kiki Jefferson a nice look. Karis Baker. Jefferson up ahead to Taylor. One-handed for Sydney Taylor. Georgia Amoore says I can do it too.
Yeah, Kitley's strong post-up took the help away. And once Amoore got past her primary, there was no one there to help. It's a post assist if we could keep it in the stats. Well, this crowd is really trying to give this team a lift, especially on this end of the floor where they really haven't been able to stop Virginia Tech.
Karis Baker waiting.
My goodness. Drive down the lane line. You just lean a little bit to help on the strong side shooter, and it's money. You're not supposed to on a shooter. You got to stay home.
Shooter doesn't mind if you do, though. 7 made threes in the first half for the Hokies. Up and in. Kiki Jefferson on another level right now, carrying Louisville back into this game. She's got 15. Halftime in Louisville. 48-35, Liz Kitley and Georgia Amoore combining 15 and 14.
And they put it on display here in the first half. They started the game establishing their 6'6", back to the back ACC Player of the Year, Elizabeth Kitley inside. She's got all the moves, all the counters. It doesn't matter what defense you bring to her, she can find a way to score. Then in the second quarter, they make 6 triples from 5 different players. It really stretches your defense, and while Louisville likes to switch 1 through 5, Virginia Tech does a great job of moving the ball and finding the open shooter. It was a really nice offensive display by the Hokies in the first half.
Kitley with 15 points, 8 rebounds. If you're Louisville, you hope that Kiki Jefferson did not cool off in the locker room. She had 12 of her 15 points in that second quarter.
Well, Jeff Walls will run some stuff for her early here in this matchup with Ekh. See if he can get her going. As you say, keep that hot hand.
Ekh will take a seat with those 3 fouls. Breaking in the basket is Sydney Taylor.
I mean, all she did was curl around the screens, and Cayla King was lock and trail.
We mentioned Kitley, but Amoore, by the way, had 14 points in the first half. Cayla King, her second 3 of the afternoon.
Remember we talked about it's coming. She has not had a night where she has gone off looking for a big game out of Cayla King, and it hasn't happened yet.
She's just past the 1,000-point mark in her career, too, with that long ball. Amoore weaving, working, 16 points.
The Louisville's not in a position right now in the game where they can just trade baskets with Virginia Tech. They're going to have to get some stops on the defensive end.
Nina Rickards will get the bounce. She's up to 8. Wenzel trying to go inside to Kitley. Pass was deflected by Taylor. 7 seconds. They swing it to Amoore in the corner. Are you kidding?
They've got 9 triples so far in the game.
That's right at their season average. They make 9.2 threes per game. Nyla Harris answers with the 2.
Which leads the ACC.
So Carly Wenzel handling it now, as Nina Rickards is trying to cover up Georgia Amoore. Easier said than done.
My goodness.
Always knows where Kitley is. I heard them on a podcast this week. They have this chemistry. It's a feel more than a conversation. Sydney Taylor.
Kitley gets the switch. She's pointing where she wants the pass come from for the lob.
She's got the smaller Rickards on her.
Because we're going to go over the top on a lob. She catches in traffic and draws the foul. Nice work by Elizabeth Kitley.
Tech sticking with the zone. How do you attack it if you're Louisville?
Well, Sydney Taylor is a very good three-point shooter, so you got to run her off some screening action, have her cut through the zone, or she can drive like that.
Take it in, Taylor. The foul was on Marissa Russell, her second. Kitley off the inbound, too easy. We saw Virginia Tech go to a zone before the timeout. Olivia Cochran with the bucket. She's been quiet. In fact, those are her first points today. Wow, Georgia Amoore.
I mean, you try to take away the three with a longer closeout, and she blows by. You bring a short closeout, she sticks the triple. Now they're back in the zone.
Amoore's got over 20 points for the 12th time this season.
Look at how Virginia Tech is communicating, talking all action.
Jada Curry, she'll go for two instead. Yes!
Louisville's got to get it done on this end.
They trap Amoore, forces her into the turnover. It will stay with Louisville. Harris feeding Cochran, cutting, and it's getting louder inside the Yum Center. Got the towels going. Might have been a double dribble. Amoore's gonna get it away and get it over to Clara Strack in time. Cochran asking for it back. She'll step into a three.
Well, she had a good look at it, but she hasn't made one all year.
Second look won't drop either.
So you got to get out of the middle third with the ball screen action. There's a ghost action by Kitley, because you know they're trapping, so run your ball screen stuff to the side.
Wenzel taking it, going over the top of Olivia Cochran. Curry too much. Louisville fans thought that Kitley fouled Cochran.
D. Kantner, the official, signaling for a flop. So that'll go as a warning. Oh, wow, what a stick by Kitley.
Jefferson fouled by Liz Kitley. Her second. Kiki Jefferson looking for her first points in the third quarter. Two for Jefferson.
I like what Louisville's doing here defensively, being disruptive.
Amoore almost stepped over the line again. 10 seconds now. Louisville, all kinds of pressure. Jump ball, possession arrow to Tech. 2 seconds.
Time for a catch and dribble.
Ekh coming in. Doesn't need the dribble. They've been really good on out-of-bounds plays.
What a basket cut. A scoring cut. A big-time bucket by Ekh to finish off the quarter. Virginia Tech up 16 as we head to the fourth.
Courtney Lyle and Debbie Antonelli with you. 10 minutes to go in a game where Virginia Tech is shooting 71% from the field. That would be an ACC season high. But we've seen Louisville come on more aggressive with their defense, especially in that third quarter. King in and out.
Well, Virginia Tech is 12 for 13 on layups in the game. They've made their layups.
Louisville was getting the pressure defensively, but they weren't finishing on the offensive end. They didn't score for the last 3.5 minutes of the third quarter, and that changes with Jada Curry. More a little feet shuffle, got the Louisville crowd going. Cayla King, there it is, her third three-pointer today.
I'm telling you.
Nina Rickards with a spin and up and in. She's into double figures. Amoore rejects the screen. Rickards falls down. Oh! Jefferson getting the bounce. Kitley just fades away. My goodness.
Wow.
Cochran
You know, sometimes when you bump into the chest of someone, you naturally fold. Iowa State, Houston, if you like defense, Kelvin Sampson's club is one of the best defensive teams.
Will they be shooting till their arm falls off in that game?
Iowa State will be.
Yeah, there you go.
It could be, or could resemble a rock fight in that game, but I'm telling you what, the guards are too good for Houston.
Curry, no.
You want your offensive game to always make the defense wrong. No matter what coverages they throw at you, you always find an answer, and she and Georgia Amoore always do have an answer.
Matilda Ekh.
That was a pretty good Euro step around the defense.
Ekh's got 12. She's one of 3 players for the Hokies in double figures. Amoore and Kitley are the other 2 with 23 apiece.
Look at Big O flashing in the middle of the paint. You better give number 44 the ball when she's that big and that wide inside. Here's the switch.
And there's Kitley foul.
It's not easy being 6'6" and everybody collapsing on you all the time. Yet she has perfected and worked on her craft over and over. You got mad respect for players that add to their skill set every year.
And you put her combined with Georgia Amoore, they average just over 40 points per game. Today, they are past that mark.
When you have so much skill, Courtney, you know, and no matter what the defense brings, you have a counter. You have something that you can go to. They both have it in their offensive skill set. The closest they got was 10, right?
I think so, yeah. Just in this quarter alone, they're only shooting 35% from the field. 5 of 14.
I mean, it is a work of art. It is gorgeous. And they feed the post so well. Their timing is so good. And then Kitley delivers. And she's on balance, so when she catches it, she can fade away and reverse pivot. It's beautiful.
26 points beautiful today.
The other thing Coach Walls will show his team is if you play with this kind of defensive energy and this kind of effort.
Right now, Virginia Tech projected to be a 3 seed regardless of the results of this game today, although it looks like they're going to come out with a win. They're an 18 in the net. This is a team, again, that went to the Final Four last year, their very first appearance in school history.
Well, and if Louisville should lose this game, and it looks like they will, then they might slip off the 4 line. But it's okay, they've got a chance to get back to the 4 line because the schedule in the ACC will give you plenty of opportunity to get some quality net wins.
Again, Charlie Cream has 9 teams out of the ACC projected in the field. That's tied for the most with the SEC, who also has 9. Strack just stuffed Jefferson. They wave off the basket.
And you talked about Elizabeth Kitley had not won in this building before. This is the first W. This is a tough place to come in and get a win. It always has been tough. Jeff Walls' club for 13 consecutive years has led the ACC in attendance. It's always been a tough crowd. It's a big W right here, Courtney.
Go on the road and beat a top 20 team? Yeah. It's the first. More great women's college basketball coming up Monday over on ESPN2. You can see Hannah Hidalgo, Notre Dame take on Duke. 7 Eastern tomorrow night. Had to think about that for a second. It is Sunday.
Wait, what day is it?
Yeah. Where are we?
We're in Louisville. It's been fun.
It has
fun
been.
Game. I think that's the first time they've gotten the ball behind the defense, and it results in a kick-out 3. I'm going to tell you, Virginia Tech was impressive. You know what Kitley does. You know what Amoore does. And today was a day that Louisville just could not stop them from scoring. They couldn't take anything away.
Well, Virginia Tech goes on the road and they shoot 65.4% from the field. That is their best field goal percentage in an ACC game all time. And they win it 86-70. Behind two 20 pieces from Elizabeth Kitley with 26 and Georgia Amoore with 23.
Impressive. Big win. Huge for implications as the top team in the league stays on top of the standings. Virginia Tech in the ACC.
Tech number 12 in the nation. Again, Charlie Cream saying they stay a 3 seed regardless of the result today, but they will definitely take that win, going to 13-2 in ACC play. Their 22nd win of the season and a 9th straight win for the Hokies.